Today we're gonna be doing an advanced style I like to call Naomi. Naomi is a full head wrap, and this one's more focused on a lower bun in the back versus having a bun on top or something going on in the front of the hair. So get ready, ladies, here we go. Let's start with the hair. So for this style, there's a couple different things you can do with your hair, but what's the most important thing is that you're putting your hair into a small bun in the middle to lower portion of your head. So if you look at the side and the back, I put it here versus up here. It's in the middle, and you can do it even a little bit lower if you want, depending on where you want the bun on your head covering to fall. So what I did is I did 2 regular braids back and then just twisted it into a bun. For me, that works well because I have really thick hair, so trying to just slick it back into a bun doesn't always work well for me, so I just braided it. But it's up to you. If it's just easier to pull it back into a bun, do that. Step 2, what you're using for your scarf. I have a couple different recommendations for what you use to do this head wrap. The first of which is that you're gonna need 2 scarves, not 1. One of them needs to be thinner and smaller, and the other one is going to be your top headscarf, so it needs to be a little bit bigger. What I personally like to use is a buff. And a buff is just a infinity loop headscarf, but it's a specific brand, so it's super, super long. And so it works really nice for the style. But the other thing that you can use that works nicely that I've seen a lot of women use is the Israeli tickles. These are a thin, shiny material. You can get them off Amazon. And they're very, very thin. Like, you can see how see-through they are. And it's just a square. So either one of these is what you're gonna find best to use for this. I'm gonna use my buff. The other thing that I recommend is a scrunchie or hair tie, and I'll show you why in a second. So we're gonna start with our first headscarf. I'm gonna take my buff and put it on. So with the buff, you can see that it's like a long tube and it's just hanging down here in the back. So what I would do is I would take the part that's hanging and I'm just gonna put it into a bun with my scrunchie or your hair tie. The other thing that you can do is you can use the Israeli headscarf underneath, but I'm not gonna show you how to do that tutorial here because coming up soon, I'm gonna show you how to tie an Israeli headscarf in a traditional way that's a super beginner, easy style for anybody to do, and it's tied just a little bit differently than what we're doing here. So make sure you tune in soon for that. Step 3, the material that you're using for your top headscarf. The material that you use for this headscarf is gonna really change the dynamic. I prefer not to use my more stiff materials or my wax materials for this headscarf because it's just harder to work with and really, really bulky. So it won't work with what you're wanting it to do. So today I chose a polyester head wrap, and it's very, very thin and very, very like slick. And I like this one because it's really, really easy to work with and it's not super heavy, so it's nice. It has a nice look to it. I chose this one because it's not super thick and it has a nice look to it. So you're gonna wanna find one like that. The other ones that you can use are more of the, just like the really soft materials. Anything that's really soft and malleable, that's what you're gonna wanna use for this one. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take it and bring the entire thing over your head. No need for folding this time. What I like to do here is pull the scarf all the way forward till there's just 4 to 5 inches hanging over the bun in the back. Then I would take all this leftover material and I'm gonna fold it once till it's right about my ear line, and then fold it twice so that it's now on my hairline. And this is just gonna create a really cool ridge look on the headscarf. The other thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna have one side that's probably 8 to 12 inches longer than the other side. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take each of your sides and you're gonna pull it tight around the back of your neck, and you're gonna tie it once. So from the back side, it looks like this. You're gonna wanna make sure it's really tight in the back so that the look that you're creating is very tight and symmetrical. So I have my short piece and my long piece. I'm gonna leave the short piece on the side for now. And I'm gonna take the long piece and I'm gonna wrap it around the bun in the back. And that'll look just like this. The last thing that you have left is this tail. And this tail, what I'm gonna use for is to create a crown on top of my head. That's gonna do two things. A, you might have some of the material sticking up like I do, or your hair might have created an uneven ridge. So you can see that this side on my hair is a little bit bigger than this side. So I wanna minimize that to create a symmetric look, as well as this gives it a more regal feel and I really like it. So I'm gonna take it and make sure that it's probably like 6 inches in width, and I'm just gonna take it and pull it across my head. It's gonna be right behind my ear line, so not too far back, because otherwise it'll fall off, but also not too far forward. And then I'll take that portion and tuck it into the bun and any places where the material's open that I can tuck it into. And there you have Naomi. In the front, very simple. I think it's very sophisticated is what I would put it as. And then in the back, there's this beautiful bun. So you can see it from all sides. Naomi is definitely a different look compared to some of the other head wraps that we've done here on this channel. The reason that I named this head wrap Naomi is because if I could imagine walking with Naomi from the book of Ruth and talking with her, I feel like this would fit her well. She was a very sophisticated, strong woman who really had a heart for the Lord and wanted to bring up her daughter-in-law in a way that would honor the Lord. So I feel like this has a very sophisticated, soft look, and she would fit that very nicely. So that's why I named it Naomi. I hope you enjoyed today's style. Let me know if you have any troubles or something that you added to this that you really, really liked and you think would be really cool for other women to know. Whatever it is, let me know. Shoot me an email. I'd love to talk to you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, comment down below, and just engage with us on a weekly basis. Also, if you feel led, we are a nonprofit congregation who runs by the support and donations of people like you. So if this video has blessed you and this channel blesses you, please consider donating. Our link is right down below, and we would really appreciate your support to continue putting out videos. On that note, ladies, it's a wrap.